Hello everyone, welcome to our today's session. In our previous session, we have studied the cast iron, its different types, then composition, characteristics and applications of cast iron. And today we are going to start our new topic, that is study of steels. So before starting our today's session, let's have a look on outcomes of this presentation. So at the end of this session, student will able to know what is steel and how it is classified. Also, student will able to understand properties of steel and various applications of steels. Let's start with this slide. In our previous sessions, we have seen this slide in which we have studied the classification of materials according to the percentage of carbon present in iron, in which we have seen if the percentage of carbon present in iron, what is percentage of carbon present in iron is less than 0.01%, then we can call that material as pure iron. Then if the percentage of carbon present in pure iron is ranges between 0.008% to 2%, then that material can be called as steels. Okay, what it means? It means some part of pure iron or some portion of or some composition of pure iron comes under the steel. Okay, then next type, if the percentage of carbon ranges between 2% to 6.67%, then that material can be called as cast iron, which we have studied in our previous session. Okay, remember one thing here, whenever you will see the percentage of carbon present in iron, that time that material is called as steels, but up to 0.01% we accept it as pure iron, but this comes under steels. Okay, for graphical study we have taken here iron carbon alloy phase diagram. This diagram can also be called as iron carbon phase diagram or iron carbide diagram. In this diagram, on horizontal axis, we have taken the percentage of carbon. From left hand side to right hand side, percentage of carbon is increasing. Then on vertical axis, we have taken the temperatures. From bottom to top, temperature is increasing. This diagram shows the different phases of iron in presence of carbon at different temperatures. To study all these phases, we will have different session on it, but today we are using this diagram to see the range of steel and range of cast iron. So here you can see 0.008% of carbon at this point, and here you can see 2% of carbon. On horizontal axis we have taken the percentage of carbon. So from this point to this point, this whole yellow zone shows the zone of steels. Here you can see zone of steel. Then from 2% to 6.67% of carbon, means at this point. From 2% to 6.67% of carbon, this whole green zone shows the zone of cast iron, which we have studied in our previous session. So today we are studying steels. So let's move towards the classification of steels. Here we can see the classification of steels. Steels are basically classified into two types. First one is plain carbon steel, second one is alloy steel. Remember the basic difference between these two. In plain carbon steel, carbon is considered as major alloying element, and in alloy steel, other elements are considered as alloying element or major alloying element. In plain carbon steel, other materials can be present like silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, but carbon is playing role of major alloying element. And in alloy steel, carbon can be present, but other elements or other material is considered as alloying element. See here you can see carbon content is from 0.2% to 1.5%. Here is a chance of presence of carbon, but in alloy steel, carbon is not playing the role of major alloying element, and in plain carbon steel, carbon is playing a role of major alloying element. Then plain carbon steel are further classified into three types. First one is low carbon steel, second one is medium carbon steel, and third one is high carbon steel. Okay. In low carbon steel, the range of carbon or percentage of carbon varies between 0.008% to 0.3%. Okay. Then in medium carbon steel, the percentage of carbon varies between 0.3% to 0.6%. And then in high carbon steel, the percentage of carbon varies between 0.6% to 2%. All these are three types of plain carbon steel. Then in alloy steels are also classified into three types: low alloy steel, medium alloy steel, and high alloy steel. In low alloy steel, if less than 5% of total material is alloying element, means here we have mixed the 4%, 3% or 2% of alloying element, then that material comes under low alloy steel. Then if the percentage of alloying element varies between 5% to 8%, means the total alloying element present in material is between 5% to 8% of total material, then that material called as medium alloy steel. Then in high alloy steel, the percentage of alloying element are more than 8%. Okay, the percentage of alloying element are more than 8%. And in alloy steel, the permissibility of carbon is 0.2% to 1.5%. Okay, in today's session, we are going to study this plain carbon steel and its classification. Here is first type of plain carbon steel, that is low carbon steel. Under its composition, we can see the percentage of carbon ranges between 0.008% to 0.3%, and remaining is iron with impurities. What are those impurities? It can be silicon, sulfur, phosphorus, manganese, etc. We can add that impurities according to our applications. But what is major component or major point to study here? That is percentage of carbon in low carbon steel varies between 0.008% to 0.30%. Then under properties, we can see this material is soft. As we have studied in our previous session, that as the percentage of carbon increases in any material, then the hardness and brittleness of that material or that iron is increases. Here we can see the percentage of carbon is less in iron, that's why it is soft. Then it is ductile, means it can be drawn into wires. Then it is malleable, it means it can be drawn into thin sheets or plate. Then it is tough. What it means? It can be absorb maximum amount of energy before its fracture or failure. Then it is easy to machine or easy to weld. As this material is soft, that's why it is easy to cut or easy to machine or easy to weld. Then it is non-hardenable by heat treatment. What is heat treatment? Heat treatment is nothing but heating a material, then holding it on a certain temperature and then cooling it with controlled rate. Why we are doing this? Just to increase the hardness of material. But low carbon steel cannot be hardened by heat treatment. What are the different heat treatment? We will have different session on it. But remember here, low carbon steel cannot be hardened by heat treatment. Here we will see what are the different applications of low carbon steel. For better study, we have classified low carbon steel into two categories. First category, in that carbon ranges between 0.008% to 0.15%. So this type of low carbon steel is generally used for fabrication work. It is used to manufacture nails, rivets, and screws. Okay, then next type or next category is steels with 0.15% to 0.30% of carbon. This type of steel or this type of low carbon steel is generally used for structural material or structural steels such as building bars, grills, beams, angles and channels. These both types are comes under low carbon steel. We have categorized in two categories just for better study. Okay. Now let's move towards the next type of plain carbon steel, that is medium carbon steel. Composition of medium carbon steel consists 0.30% to 0.60% of carbon and remaining is iron with impurities. Okay. Under properties we can see it is medium hard, not so ductile and malleable, medium tough, slightly difficult to machine, can be welded and can be hardened. Remember one thing here, this medium carbon steel consists all these properties in medium range, due to which it is having tremendous range of application. Okay, as we can see here, it is medium hard, medium ductile, medium malleable, medium tough and slightly difficult to machine, but it can be machined. Why it is slightly difficult to machine? Just because of increase in percentage of carbon. Okay, then it can be welded and it can be hardened. Our previous example or previous type, which was low carbon steel, that cannot be hardened by heat treatment, but medium carbon steel can be hardened by heat treatment, and it is also called as machinery steels. Here are some application areas of medium carbon steel. This type of steel can be used to manufacture bolts, lock washers, axles, springs, wheel spokes, railway rails and railway tires. Also, it can be used to manufacture turbine rotors, crank pins, cylinder liners and large forging dies. Now, here is third type of plain carbon steel, that is high carbon steel. The composition of high carbon steel consists the carbon percentage from 0.60% to 2%, then remaining iron with impurities. Okay. Under properties, we can see it is hard, it is having wear resistance and it is brittle. Why all these properties came in high carbon steel? Just because of increase in percentage of carbon. Then it is difficult to machine. Why it is difficult to machine? Because it is hard material. Okay. Then it is difficult to weld. What happens during welding of high carbon steel? There is a chance of getting crack over the material during welding. That's why it is difficult to machine. Okay. Then it can be hardened by heat treatment and the hardness produced after heat treatment is high. Okay. Due to high percent of carbon, this high carbon steel is quite hard. That's why it is used for tool steel. That's why it is called as tool steels. Here we will see some applications of high carbon steels. High carbon steel are generally used to manufacture hammers, chisels, files, drills, metal cutting saws, knives, and also it is used to manufacture razor blades, forging dies, punches, wise jaws, shear blades, mandrels, wire drawing dies, and reamers. In this way, we have studied steels and three types of plain carbon steels. So we will stop our today's session here. Thank you. Thanks for watching.